From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page. Now it's off to the show. Take it away, nerds.
Alrighty, everyone. Welcome. It's Matt and AJ. And AJ, what are we doing here tonight, buddy?
Well, we are at Martinsville, and it is for the Nerds Doing Nerd Things 200 for the Apex Racing Cup Series presented by Wheels America. And as you see on your screen right now, it is the Season 2 schedule. It was released earlier this week, and we are sending it out to you so you guys can get a good look at it. They are recruiting for next year, so if you are interested, let us know in the chat. Message us either on Facebook or wherever you can find Matt or I, and we can get you in touch with Steve Tucker, who is the owner of Apex Racing. So, Matt, we're at Martinsville for round 13. You excited?
I am excited, buddy. I really am. I'm ready to go racing here tonight at Martinsville Speedway in round number 13. Before we start tonight's coverage really quick, we got to give a big shout out to all our channel partners, the Nerds Doing Nerds Things podcast, along with Elite Performance Industries that set up coaching schemes and apparel. Get yours today at eliteperformance.com. And that's Elite Performance Industries right there. And brand new as of 30 minutes ago, it is Track Bar Media coming on board. And they will be providing all the brand new intro videos coming up through the next couple of weeks, AJ. Looking forward to that. That's going to be a lot of fun. Again, it is Matt and AJ in the booth. And that opened did not go as I planned it because I messed it up. But AJ, we're here at Martinsville. Going to be a great one.
Yeah, I'm going to have a lot of fun tonight. I am absolutely god-awful at this track, so I'm really curious to see how these professional drivers of the Apex Racing Cup Series get around it. I am awful, as you've seen broadcasting that race. Matt, how are you? How do you do around Martinsville?
Well, this is actually one of my favorite places to go to, and before we get into qualifying here at Martinsville, coming to Martinsville, AJ, these playoffs, oh boy, this is the final round of the round of 12, folks. And you see it on your screen, AJ. We have ourselves a tie right there between 8th and 9th. That is Edwards and Twitty all over one another. Tied up. Williams 4 points out. Erdman 9 out. And Crocker 11 out. So 11 points separate you from being in and out right now. Lothan, of course, 1 to the good. Meeks plus 6. And again, stages tonight going to be huge here at Martinsville, because you got to think about this. 50 laps in stage 1, 50 more laps to lap 100 stage 2, and then we're going 100 laps to the end. And AJ, to your question, this place is an absolute blast. You want to let the car
it might be.
Oh, dude, it's a wonderful blast. It ain't my fault that my co-host can't drive a super late model. Just saying.
It wasn't a super late model. It was a cup car, what these guys are driving. But
bro, the cup car is easier than the super late model around here. Trust me.
Back to those playoff standings. You mentioned it. 11 points from 8th to 12th. You're either going to be in or you're just going to be out. Twitty, Williams, Erdeman, and Crocker are all on the outside looking in right now. You mentioned Edwards has the tiebreaker over Twitty, but oh boy, are points tight. Even if I was Brett Edwards, I wouldn't be, all right, cool, we're doing great. All right, he's only 23 ahead. If he doesn't get stage points, if he finishes bad, you could see those 23 points completely evaporate tonight.
Yeah, if he does the oopsie daisy, as we like to call it now, his points position goes from hero to zero. And you're taking the car, putting it back on the hauler, and leaving Martinsville outside of the round of 8.
And that also goes for Steve Tucker, and a lot of the other guys, Matthew Smith,
Yeah.
Josh King, Meeks. It goes for all of them.
You better be on your game tonight at Martinsville as we let qualifying tick through. And AJ, as always, coming into Martinsville Raceway, round of 8, starting out next week. It's Talladega, Dover, and then New Hampshire, and I got my numbering all screwed up. Don't ask about that. I'll fix that in post. But that being said,
so this is really round 12.
This should be round 12, yeah.
Gotcha, pal. You messed up.
I messed up. It's forever cemented because I'll double check it. But yeah, coming into this one with 2 more rounds, 2 more rounds of the championship left, going to be crazy.
Yeah, dude. I'm really curious to see how they finish at New Hampshire. That's my home track, being from Connecticut, and I've gone up there probably about 10, 15 times over the years. So I'm really excited to see the Apex Racing Cup Series end their season out with some real bangers of racetracks as I'm looking for the schedule right now.
Yeah, it's going to be a banger ending, as you put it right there, with Talladega coming up, Dover, and then New Hampshire. A unique end to the season, right?
A very unique
in
end.
New Hampshire. And I actually fixed the number on YouTube, and I'm fixing the overlay now before it annoys me all night.
Wow, it just redid it on my end. Great job, Matt. You figured it out.
Ooh, I learned how to count. Woo.
Well, Matt, give us your thoughts on how you run Martinsville, especially in a cup car. Like, how do you drive a paper clip of a track like this?
Okay. It's going to be, I'll put it to you this way. It's like having an egg under your gas pedal. Not so much in a high downforce package, but especially in a low. But really anything you run here, you're going to be hard on entry, dive down on those brakes, let the car roll through the center and take a set, ease back into the gas like you've got an egg underneath there, get back to the throttle probably, third way and then all the way to full. And that will get you a lap around Martinsville. Hit your marks. That's going to be what we're going to talk about all night long. Because you screw up, miss your mark, you can give up a ton of spots.
You're going to give up a ton of spots, you're right. But also, I would consider this a very momentum track. You mess up one corner, your whole lap and a half to get back in the groove. It's going to take a little while. But we are at Martinsville Motor Speedway, under the lights. It's looking nice, and it is the Nerds Doing Nerds 200, which is my podcast.
Doing Nerds 200? I thought it was Nerds Doing Nerd Things.
I was reading at the exact same time, and let me tell you, I do not do good with multitasking. So let me try this again. Zip, 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 rewind. All right, everybody, we are at Martinsville Motor Speedway while Matt is currently dying of laughter over there. It is the Nerds Doing Nerd Things 200, which is my podcast, and I'm very happy that Steve and I were able to come to an agreement on me being a sponsor for a couple of these races. If you're into anything nerdy, DC, Marvel, Disney, Harry Potter, stuff like that, go check us out. We're on Spotify, Google Podcasts, and all that wonderful stuff. As I'm getting blown up by message is...
Well... Not as bad as the look that Kim probably gave you right now with you messing up your own sponsorship. But man, we're going to get ready to go. Brett Edwards on pole. Thank God Susie wasn't listening. Because she would have roasted you on the next podcast.
She probably will roast me anyway. It's fine.
I'll just clip it and send it to her. How about that? But man, we're going to get ready to go. Brett Edwards up there on pole. Now, I do know some folks watching here tonight, more of the dirt crowd. So to explain Martinsville for them, I'm going to go in dirt terms for them. It's pretty much like you're taking a super late model and you're driving through the slick all the way through the corner. If you try to get back on the throttle, you're going to light those rear tires up. You're going to make them very, very angry really quick, as Brett Edwards right now on top of the board. And we will talk to some of our championship competitors throughout the night, AJ. as it looks like Travis Twitty has ran his laps. So we may see if we can get a word in with him.
I honestly just sent that message in the in the Discord to see if he replies back.
I tell you what, it's going to be fun here. We'll see if he's ready to go for his interview here. As Brett Edwards on pole, Frankie Barroso again right there in second. Again, right. Frankie missed out on his playoff hopes here.
Let's go get Mr. Travis Twitty.
It's the Twitster. Hey, Travis, you got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, man. How you doing, man?
All righty, doing good, man. How's the nerves coming into tonight, buddy? You're sitting on the bubble.
Do I want to get up, stay up front? Do I want to go to the back and stay out of trouble? But I'm here to race, so I'm gonna take my chances and go with it.
You're just gonna go with it, buddy. You're gonna get it done. Now, Travis, my advice to you, man, is just send it, man. You're on that bubble. You got to go. You can't play around here tonight.
Yeah, I can't sit around and just wait for it to happen. I got to make something shake. I got to get some stage points somewhere in one of these two stages to get me up above. Because it's not, I think for me to King is like 8 points or something like that. So yeah, I got to make something happen between the 4 or 5 of us and see if I can pull something out my hat.
Yeah, you're going to pull something out. And AJ, what's your thoughts from Mr. Twitty going into this one?
Honestly, I completely suck at Martinsville, so anything I say on that might not be a good thing. But I know what it feels like being on a bubble.
I'm sorry about that, man. The interview driving meeting going on. I missed it.
Oh, you're
okay.
All right.
All right, dude. Fine. Well, we'll let you go to that, and good luck tonight.
All righty. Let's see. And if you move him back there, AJ? Let's see if AJ can move him. As we got him. All right, let's get ready to take a look at your starting order, shall we, AJ?
Yep.
So here we go. And this is going to be a good race. I'm excited. Let's take a look as we get ready to fire off for this one tonight at Martinsville. AJ, as we get the qualifying order pulled up for us, any shockers in qualifying for you?
Honestly, not really. Not really. Brandon Ward, who is our normal in-race reporter, sitting in fourth, who is not in the playoffs, I don't think.
No, he is not.
So I would call him being a person who could spoil some stuff for other people. But other than that, you got our playoff guys really up towards the front. Tony Edwards actually qualified 12th.
That's not good at Martinsville.
He is on the bubble in 8th. But, just off the green flag, Travis Twitty's going to gain 4 positions on him.
Yeah, so you look at Williams there with Meeks alongside. Again, thank you to Wheels America for all the help that they do to bring this to you. You can head on over to wheelsamerica.com right now and check them out. And big shout out and thank you to them for everything they've done this season. But we got 15 cars rolling into Martinsville tonight. Boy, oh boy, are we going to have some bent sheet metal and some angry tempers and maybe some exhaust pipes laying on the racetrack and who knows what else. But we are ready.
Dude. We've seen what Martinsville can do over, I don't know how many races these last couple years being a cutoff race. So I'm really excited to see what Martinsville's going to bring.
Well, I'll tell you what, coming into today, and I look back on the channel, the Extreme Sim TV camera truck rolled into Martinsville, Virginia tonight for the 21st time here on the channel. And every time we come here, we see something we wouldn't expect to happen. And here tonight, we will find out the same thing as they work around their pace laps. You've got stress involved. It's nerves. It's everything that goes through your head as we get ready to go here as they continue their pace laps. We're going to take one more quick look before we go green at your playoff situation once again for everybody at home that just joined us. It's going to be Edwards, Twitty, Todd, Williams, Erdman, and unfortunately, I think that's Jess. It's not going to make it here tonight. He is sick, and I'm hoping he gets better. Man, that sucks to fall out of a championship like that. You got Crocker right there in 12th. But I tell you what, it's going to be a battle, and nobody is really safe here at Martinsville.
No, not at all. I mean, you have Brett Edwards up 23 points. That's not a lot.
No.
At all. Especially when he is sitting P1. Never mind. He's sitting okay.
Yeah, you go down here in turn 1, you get turned around by a break, and all of a sudden you're outside the top 10.
All right. Well, you're thinking very mean.
Well, I mean, it's Martinsville, man. Bro, my front bumper becomes your rear bumper's best friend here at Martinsville.
All
Trust
right,
me.
Matt. Well, that pace car is hitting pit road at the entrance of pit road.
Then, here we go. You ready, AJ?
Let's do it. Green flag is in the air, and the
Nerds doing
little
Nerds
stack up
200
right there.
is
That
underway.
59 did not get going there. Oh boy, I wonder if he missed a shift.
Brett Edwards leads, Frankie Barroso, Steve Tucker, 3 wide behind them. That was a big stack up, AJ.
That was a very big
Oh, we
stack
got
up.
trouble. Turn 4
49
to
spinning
48.
hard into the wall.
And that is a ripperoni. And we will bring the yellow out for the first time here tonight on Extreme Sim TV. And it's Brandon Ward. One more
All right,
look.
Matt, you've had a lot of races at Martinsville. What caused that? A wheel hop, you think?
Yeah, well, no, not in. Well, if you'll watch the back of the car, it is kind of a wheel hop, but we don't really have wheel hop in iRacing per se. You get more of a wheel lock up in the rear end. They don't hop like you would traditionally think. They just straight lock up. And he probably had a little bit too much rear brake bias. Brought that car into the corner, got in the brakes, and it came around.
Yeah. It was very unfortunate. He had a really strong qualifying run.
You got a feel for Brandon, man. He's had one of those years. As we get we'll get put under yellow for the first time tonight in the Nerds Doing Nerds Things 200 at Martinsville.
Hey, at least you could say it, right?
Didn't the first time if you didn't hear it. Edwards leads. But as they continue to run, again, Matt and AJ in the booth. And AJ, how much whiskey you got left over there, buddy?
Actually, I have not had any yet.
Well, I don't advise you to have any tonight. You might butcher your show name some more. But as we get ready, AJ, I will say this, buddy. It's always fun having you up here, my man.
Well, I'm happy to bring a little enjoyment to the broadcast. You know, you're a pretty damn good dude that, you know, allows me to get better at public speaking. You know, it helps with my podcast as well, and it also helps with your channel. But holy cow, I can't believe with how good the Apex Racing Cup Series normally is that we would see a caution on lap 1. Granted, it's Martinsville. I don't want to give an over or under how many cautions we're going to have tonight, but they're racking them up to get going again, pal.
They're racked and stacked and all that, ready to go. I really need to quit watching dirt. This is getting ridiculous, me and my dirt terminology. But anyway, we are ready to go. They're racked and stacked out of turn 4. Green flag going to fly. And here we go on the restart. Big hole shot there for the 18 machine of Brett Edwards. Frankie Barroso going to fall in line in second with Steve Tucker right there in third. Taking a look there at Blake in there in the top 4 positions as well with Matthew Smith.
Ooh.
And Frankie up. Wow.
Lead it around.
Oh. Okay, that's not my fault. I did not call that. Oh, crap. Brett might want to beat me up. Let's take a look. Frankie on the outside. Brett's going to come up and try to close the door. And, well, that door got kicked wide open, didn't it?
Wow. All right. We're going to call turn 3 Catastrophe Canyon.
10-4 on that. Brett Edwards, tons of damage to the rear of that machine. Let's look one more time, because I'm not going to lay that at the feet of Frankie, I don't think. Because if you watch, top on board here, before I say something that's not
Brett
accurate.
Edwards is not happy about it, though.
Yeah, but he slammed the door on the dude. Like, I mean, and Frankie got the wall a little bit. It's not like he missed the corner. He got the wall. So when he got on the brakes, it didn't help.
Oh, no, I completely understand. It's just, you know, you could still understand how it happens and not be happy about it.
Yeah, I mean, going from the lead to 15th here at Martinsville, and you're 10 laps.
And about to lose a lap.
Yeah, this is just not good. And you're 10 laps into the stage, and we remember what we said. Nobody is safe at Martinsville. And right there proves it. And he'll go start trying to get caught up, AJ, after this disaster down there in the Calamity Canyon.
Catastrophe.
Oh, Catastrophe Canyon. Gotcha.
Oh, you can do Calamity. There's a lot of
They continue to work their way through here at Martinsville Raceway. And they will get ready for the restart. Steve Tucker will assume the race lead. I don't know if I want to be up front right now or not, to be honest.
No, I don't think I would.
Because if you've noticed, both incidents has been rather far forward in the field. So here we go. Coming through Catastrophe Canyon for the restart here at Martinsville. They're going to trademark that and paint it on the wall. Here we go, coming to green. Green is out. 11 laps on the board. Steve Tucker into one. Low thumb. I thought there for a moment we were about to have more contact.
Yep, so did I, pal.
We're going to head
Here we
down.
go. Going into turn 3.
Oh, break off, walk up from Meeks. Car way high. Couple of cars getting together there. Williams there riding the berm. If we had dirt on this place, gets it straightened out. Travis Twitty backtracking. Here comes Thomas Meeks through the field a little bit. The 12 of Barroso up to 10th here after that incident. Brett Edwards already up to 13th. Trouble turn 3. The 41 going to be sideways as well.
And it looks like we are staying green right now.
And Brett Edwards is sitting there thinking, just get me out of here. Well, Brett, you're not in Kansas anymore, buddy.
Oh, man, look at all these cars. We are not even 15 laps in right now, and a lot of them have plenty of damage.
Well, what do you expect? It's Martinsville, buddy. You literally see the problem with being a sponsor for this race, buddy, is you're going to have to pay for a lot of torn up sheet metal.
Oh, I'm not paying for it. Those teams are paying for it. I just pay the purse.
We'll just send the bill over to co-host to let her write a check for it. There is
Right now we have a nice battle for the lead here. Steve Tucker and Blake Lothan are pretty much right on top of each other for the most part. Matthew Smith in the 35 is not that far away behind, but going around the track, Matt, what battle are you looking for? What driver are you really looking for to step up tonight?
I tell you what, and this might sound like a cop-out, but I'm interested to see how the 18 recovers, right? When you take a hit like that here, it's not a place that you can get track position back all that easy. I want to see how that car does coming through this traffic, buddy. And yellow.
Car hard in the wall.
In the wall.
That was
Brian Crocker.
Playoff driver.
Another
Brian Crocker
playoff
almost
driver.
got hit by the 48.
Wow. Let's see. Oh, wow. He just missed the corner. Crocker crocked up there. Missed that corner by a mile. Launched the car up the racetrack into the outside wall. Yep, just locked it up. kind of the same thing that we seen with the 48 earlier, just in an opposite effect.
Yeah, just lost the car in the turn.
Yeah. Probably same thing. Probably brake lock up, slid in there, did a good job of, at least, if nothing else, getting it woed up, not hitting the wall tremendously hard. But I
only see a little damage on his front end. And it being Martinsville, you're really not aero dependent here.
Right there is the 59 of Blake Lotham sitting in second. Steve Tucker out in front. Matthew Smith doing a fabulous job in third tonight. Tony Edwards sitting in fourth. Josh A. King in fifth. Bottom shelf diecast on board that car. Anthony Williams there in sixth. Thomas Meeks right here in seventh. Wheels America machined. Travis Twitty sitting in eighth right now. Brandon Ward back to ninth in the Ally number 48. And Jeffrey Sickles rounds out your top 10 here after 20 laps at Martinsville.
Actually, speaking of Brandon Ward, let's go get him.
Dun dun dun.
Hey, Brandon Ward, it's AJ and Matt up in the booth. Got a copy, pal?
Loud and clear.
Hey, thank you for being once again our pit reporter. Do you want to talk about what the heck happened in turn 3 there?
It just felt like a wheel hop.
Yeah, that's what we were getting at, but you made it all the way back up to 9th so far, so you're kind of rebounding. What do you think you got to do for the next 180 laps?
Keep the car clean. I'm already out of the fast repair, so.
Well, you might have an issue with that, with there being 15 people on the track. Hell, you might have an issue with that, you being the only car on the track, but you know, we'll let you get back up there, and because it looks like you're about to start lining up and going green, but good luck, pal.
And
Thank you.
Brandon, you have my permission to smack AJ when you get out of the car.
I'll be smacking somebody after this race, I'm sure.
Yeah, poor buddy, best of luck.
It's just short track racing.
Best of luck, pal.
See ya.
In the comment section, write your response to AJ's dig at Brandon Ward. Oh man, that was
That
great.
wasn't a dig. I was just curious if it really was a wheel hop.
Oh man, that was great, AJ. I love it.
But we are lining back up, getting ready to go. Coming to lap 22. We've had, I think, 3 cautions already. 1 lead change. Steve Tucker has our fast lap
and we
at 19.654.
it's not fast lap, sir. It's quick time.
Green flag, green flag.
I'm gonna train
And we
you
are
eventually.
green.
23 on the board this time by.
Oh, look at Blake on the outside. He's going to get the run exiting turn 2, but can he clear the 24?
He's gonna rip the top here into turn number 3 and 4. Trying to use that momentum. Steve Tucker with the shortest way around here. Tucker tries to fight back on the bottom, headed for 1, AJ.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to be able to get it. Looks like that outside on the restart really worked out well for him, and Steve Tucker is just going to pull him behind the Blake Lotham. And now Steve Tucker is under fire by Tony Edwards.
A few cars there, separated by just a few car lengths. 25 laps complete here at the Martinsville Raceway, Martinsville, Virginia. And the Nerds are doing Nerds things. 200 here tonight in the Wheels America Cup Series, which will be their new official name starting next year. It will be switching from Apex Racing Cup Series to the Wheels America Cup Series with the title sponsorship.
Now, I just want to throw this out there. The 118 Tony Edwards, he started P12. He is up to 3rd and racing with Steve Tucker right now. He is up 9 positions. He's having a really nice drive, almost 30 laps in.
Travis Twitty, you can't forget about him as well, right there in the top 8, looking for playoff points.
He's doing good. He's racing right where he qualified, so that's, hey, if you can plus that, go for it, but
He's got
some of the guys that you need to not get a lot of points tonight are behind him.
Yeah, and normally we would do by math to get us somewhat what we were looking at, but they're just so close tonight, it is virtually impossible to do the math. And
this is a cutoff race tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to who goes home. Here comes outside Brent Edwards, continuing to come back. Looks conveniently who's right there behind him. The car he got involved with there in the 12 of Frankie Barroso, coming up on 30 laps in, separated by just Travis Twitty right now down the back straightaway.
Yeah, it looks like for the most part, if you're trying to pass a car, it looks like the outside might be the way to go, unless somebody makes a mistake and you get underneath them. We've seen a couple passes on the outside.
And that is not something you see a lot of here. Something with the track conditions tonight is actually helping. Can't wait to jump in my super late model and see if I can duplicate that, because if we have a outside line at Martinsville after this latest build, that is a big change to how you run this racetrack.
Well, in real life, and I'm not saying, iRacing isn't real life, it's real to me. But
real to me, damn
on restarts and everything in the first couple laps, you can do passes on the high side, but usually everybody just tries to stick to the bottom. We're about 10 laps into this green stint, and we've seen a couple passes on the outside.
Ooh, contact, and that was Twitty into the back of the 55 of Meeks. We've got a yellow in Calamity Corner. As you were talking there, buddy, they decided to hit each other.
Hey, I'm happy I showed up at the right point, the right time.
And we will be back under yellow once again here at Martinsville Raceway. This time for Thomas Meeks going around. Let's take a look back at it. And from our drone shot. And let's take a look here. He was on the outside, got passed by Barroso going into the corner, and Twitty just had his nose there, and around goes Meeks into the outside wall. So again, blue banner on that car, another playoff car into the fence here in stage one.
Matt, are you colorblind? That's green.
Yeah, we're not going to touch that. We're going to pretend like I didn't say that.
So answer me this. I know you just did the breakdown of what happened. Do you think it was another wheel hop, or do you think Travis was getting into the turn a little too hot?
I just got in there a little hot. Had the nose underneath of him. Typical Martinsville incident. Turned him around. No harm, no foul. Don't think there's any fault there. Now, I'm not sure there won't be any fault later on tonight. We might see somebody try to move somebody for a win. That's another topic of conversation. But with 15 to go in stage one, this stage has been full of yellows here at Martinsville.
Yeah, and it has, but there's been plenty of action to go with it.
Yeah. And it reminds me a lot of what we're going to see come February at the LA Coliseum. We're going to see a lot of bumping and running there, because that's going to be another flat track.
Yeah, I'm excited to see that. I'm very shocked that out of all the tracks in America, they picked that one.
Yes.
But,
well,
it looks like they're giving the lucky dog the free pass now, so we're probably getting ready to go green in about a lap or so.
Yeah, and what is interesting, because I had my ear to the rumor mill, they built that racetrack for the Cup Series to go to for their big clash. Yeah, it's not All-Star Race, Clash. But I've also heard rumors, since it's built, we possibly may at some point get some super late model and tour type modifieds.
Oh, wow.
So there's that. Which you have to think, if they're going to build a racetrack, they're not going to just run one race, right? Like if you're going to, even though you can take it down and put it back up and all the things you do with an indoor track, you're probably going to run more than one event there. Just saying. Lotham leads Tucker in second. Tony Edwards in third. Lights off on the pace car this time by for yet another restart. Lap 38 going on the board.
Yeah, when we go green, we're looking at 11 laps to the stage, and hopefully we can go green to the end of the stage so we can sort that out and get ready for stage 2.
Yeah.
But Matt, since we're coming to a half a lap before going green, who would be your biggest winner right now?
Oh, boy, that's going to be interesting. I'm actually going to give to Matthew Smith holding on inside that top 5.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Tony Edwards being up 9 positions as we're about to go green right here.
Here we go, going to green. Green flag flies.
Green.
Back underway. Tucker, pretty good restart on the outside. Had to burp the throttle there, spun him a bit. He'll be back running. Everybody else back at it once again. A little bit of contact there with Tony Edwards, but clear and clean so far into turn 3. Chaos corner, calamity corner, catastrophe corner. Could live up to all
you
three
hit all
here.
of them.
Yeah, I know, right? Frankie Barroso there as well, AJ.
Yeah, he's moved all the way back up.
Flagman, going to give him 10 to go on the stage. Just time by at Martinsville, 40 laps down. Barroso with a little bit of connection issue on the MK2 aerospace machine.
Well, that's not good. What a heck of a battle for the lead. I think Steve Tucker really wants it back from Blake Lothan.
Steve's like, yeah, we're coming to the payout window. Let me by, please. Thank you. Please, thank you. Let me by.
Oh, we have a heck of a battle for fourth
contact.
right now.
Sorry about that, AJ. There's contact between Lotham and Tucker. Tucker gave him a shot. Let's see if he tries it again.
Oh, there's one shot.
That's the excuse me shot. Let's see when the move over shot's coming. And look, this battle, it's letting Tony Edwards really close in on him as well.
So, Matt, as you're watching the same thing I am right now, are you noticing that it looks like Blake is getting into the turns a lot harder, but Steve is getting off the turns a little bit better?
Yes. Steve is a little easier on the entry, which is the typical way that I drive here. Blake is the opposite way of driving here. Really hard down into the corner and then losing a little bit on exit. But honestly, if you're trying to defend, you're better off driving hard on the entry because, well, they can't get to their bumper and move you. You know, if you're going to get bumped, you would rather get bumped mid-corner as opposed at the beginning of the corner because the car is already settled in the mid and they bump into you and you just drive back away from them. You can't tell I race way too much short track, can you? Here comes.
I mean, I can kind of tell, but I wasn't going to, make it sound like you had no life outside of iRacing.
You're pretty much accurate there. In dirt racing, I mean, yeah. Here we go. Continuing to run right now. 46 of 200 complete here tonight. I'm one of those guys that everybody's been complaining on the Facebook forums that race every day and then they can't keep up with them and it's bull crap, is what they say. I'm one of those guys that race every day.
35 loose coming out of turn 4 there. I thought he was about to lose it and collect the 18 and the 12. Wow, nice save by Matthew Smith.
Probably get a camera back to where they're at. You see the running right there. Smith up the racetrack right now. And we're just shy of 2 to go in stage number 1. Looking like Blake Lotham's able to hold Steve Tucker at bay for now. 49 going on the board. It looks like we finally got a rhythm going here at Martinsville, AJ. Knock on wood.
Yeah, we do have a rhythm going, but too bad a caution's coming out no matter what in a lap.
Here comes Tony Edwards. Here comes a move. For a second, he'll get underneath Steve Tucker. Edwards on the bottom, Tucker up top. Great move into turn 1. Let's see if he complete it in 3 and 4. Tucker does a good job holding serve on the outside line. Tires a little bit worn on the bottom. Can't get the power down. Tucker holds on. Edwards coming home in 3rd. And that will be the end of stage 1, AJ.
All right.
And Blake Lotham, P1, Tucker, P2, Edwards, P3, Smith, P4, Brett Edwards, P5, Frankie Barroso, 6th, 7th is Travis Twitty, Jeffrey Sickles in 8th, Thomas Meeks scored 9th, and Anthony Williams inside the top 10 in playoff points. Cars that did not get a stage point. There is Matt Oppinger, Josh A. King, Brandon Ward, Charles Balance, and Brian Crocker all finish outside the top 10.
So why don't we go talk to our race, or our first stage winner?
Well, he's on pit road now, so we'll let him get off of pit road, and then we'll pull him.
That's exactly what I meant. Matt, thank you. Happy you're here.
What? Huh?
I wasn't thinking about letting him do pit stops first. My brain is poo-poo right now. But for everybody watching, this is Extreme Sim TV, broadcasting the Apex Racing Series presented by Wheels America. We're at Martinsville Motor Speedway for the Nerds Doing Nerd Things 200. That's my podcast. It's nice. It's very nice.
And it's not nerds doing nerds, it's nerds doing nerds things.
That sounds like a subscription site that, adults should look into. But Blake is off pit road, so let's now pull him into the broadcast booth.
All right, Blake, Matt, and AJ in the booth. You got a copy, buddy? Hey, Blake, Matt, and AJ in the booth. You got a copy? Yeah, don't think you can hear us, AJ.
All right, well, we gave it a shot.
What a dog!
Congratulations, Blake, on winning stage 1. Wish we could have got that worked out, but
I did hear the dog trying to get an interview. It did bark, so maybe it was trying to get the interview for him.
For anybody watching, if you haven't yet, subscribe to Extreme Sim TV for more Apex Racing series for the remainder of their season and many of our other leagues. And hey, we're in the chat. Let us know how you're doing. Who's your favorite to win the race tonight?
Let us know what you think. I'm going to translate dog for you. The dog was saying, well, bark, bark, the car was good. Bark, 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 it handled well. Bark, 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 it turned good. Bark, 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 I hope I stay up there. There's the dog's interview for you. AJ's just like, he lost it. I think you need to be checking my wide, not yours, bud. And whiskey over here. I think we lost AJ. Where did AJ go?
No, I'm still here.
You're just perplexed.
No, I was in the middle of doing something.
Oh.
Been hydrating of water so I can party hardy tomorrow.
Oh, see.
Because for anybody who is really into podcasts, outside of my podcast, Matt and myself will be on the Pony Express. Hey, you remember them? The Racing League? Well, they have their own podcast. Go check them out. They're on Spotify. I definitely know they're on Spotify. Or if you want to download the Anchor app, they're also on Anchor as we're about to go green.
We'll be special guests tomorrow evening on that podcast. Check that out. But we're going to go green here. Back underway with Blake Lotham leading. Big stack up on the front straightaway, though, behind him was Steve Tucker.
Oh, Tony. Brett Edwards goes really high in the turn 1, and he's going to get passed by 2 cars.
There's Travis Twitty right now sitting in line inside the top 5. Look at Twitty doing what he needs to do here tonight. Having a good run. Surprised what kind of run Travis is having.
Yeah, he's having a nice run. I know he finished in, I think, 8th or 9th place in stage 1. But hey, you're still getting points there, so any point helps. And right now, he's sitting P5, so attaboy Travis.
And I'll tell you what, Tony Edwards right there, or Brett Edwards behind him, excuse me, driving a freaking modified with the hood off that car right now.
Yeah, he might be out of fast repairs.
He has had a not so easy night. As long as he can bring it home where he's at, he should be all right. But 58 laps in, if I'm out of fast repairs, I'd be a little bit concerned.
Yeah, no kidding.
Because here, even though the track is small, getting engine damage will hurt you in the long run, even at this small racetrack. Somebody that was viewing asked me on Facebook, AJ, they said, Matt, AJ, are y'all okay tonight? No, sir, I am not. I am having a oopsie daisy of a night here tonight. We have managed to mess up names and everything else this evening. But hey,
yeah, we do that a lot.
Yeah, we do that a lot. Not so much now that we know our Google Translate trick.
Hey, I'm the one that figured that out, not you.
Oh, so I'm going to have to pay you royalty rights for that?
I mean, you could.
This is true. 62 on the board of 200 here tonight. As they continue to run. Nose to tail up front, Blake Lotham. Tony Edwards, Frankie Barroso, Steve Tucker, and Brett Edwards right now in the top 5.
Oh, we're going to have a hell of a battle for the lead right now. I thought Tony Edwards was going to get right underneath Blake Lothan.
Yeah, I did too. He's going to stay right there behind him. Blake Lothan, Tony Edwards, Frankie Barroso, Steve Tucker, Brett Edwards, top 5. Travis Twitty, Matthew Smith, Thomas Meeks, Matt Opplinger, and Mr. Josh A. King in the top 10 right now, AJ.
Hey, I'm just saying, if you're going to keep putting pressure on a car, they're either going to make a mistake or you're going to end up spinning them, most likely. So I'm really curious to see if Blake folds a little bit, because it looks like that 118 is a little bit faster. But he's doing pretty good staying out in front.
What you're saying is there option A and option B?
Pretty much. Hey, Dale Earnhardt told Jeff Gordon to do it once. And hey, Jeff Gordon was like, yep, I'm pulling over. Gotcha, pal.
Yep.
I think it was at Bristol.
Yeah, it was at Bristol. As they continue to run right now, 67 on the board of 200 complete here tonight. And as we thunder towards the stage of break here, as we kind of get a little bit of a green flag run.
Caution.
And
Yellow
there,
flag.
yep. Never mind. And we're going to see if we can find what happened. It wasn't Brian. He was on pit road. If we can find the problem here. I should really learn to be quiet sometimes, shouldn't I?
Yeah, maybe.
67 on the board with another yellow on the racetrack. Yellow, I cannot seem to find what happened. Our eyes in the sky are looking. Not 100% sure.
It is the 48 Brandon Ward.
Dang on you, Brandon.
Coming out of 2 a couple laps ago.
So we're gonna
On lap 66.
we're just gonna start finding Brandon money every time he wrecks and brings a yellow
I mean,
out.
we might end up being rich.
I know, right? See if we're watching him right now. We'll see what happens.
Just looks like he gets loose.
He's all by his
loses
little
it.
lonesome. And into turn 1 and 2. Well, yep,
It was right on lap 66.
yep, right here it is. And your little Tokyo drift out of Brandon's car. Alright, so AJ, as we ride around under caution, I'm going to quickly do a story time with Matt right fast.
Oh boy.
So, I am picking up my first ever sheet metal purchase, to hang on the wall. And it's actually a right rear quarter off a dirt super late model. So, it's going to be pretty cool. I'm going to put it up here in the sim room. Of course, it would be a dirt super late model, go figure. Since my current obsession with dirt at the moment. But that's going to happen. And I am going to the Bristol Dirt Nationals this year.
Nice.
I'm going to go down there during week 1, actually. And through some friends of mine, I'm actually going to end up with some pit passes. So it's going to be pretty
Oh,
fun
dude, nice.
to go hang out with dirt cars all evening. 70 at 200 complete here at Martinsville Speedway. Only caveat is I got to take Kim with me because she's afraid I'll get myself in trouble.
That's a very good possibility.
Race cars, alcohol, women, nothing could go wrong there. So
A lot of things can go wrong.
So she is going to come be my chaperone to keep me namely from trying to get in one of those things. I had a buddy that's running a Hornet there, AJ. He offered for me to get in to drive it at Bristol. I feel like that's a really bad idea. I feel like there might be a torn up race car if I do that. I don't think my checkbook can handle paying for a torn up race car. I don't think that's a thing I can do. But we're going to get ready to go green here with 72 at 200 complete here tonight. Again, Wills America, thank you for being on board. with the biggest supply of OEM wheels available. Head over to wheelsamerica.com today. Check them out. Thank you to Nerds Doing Nerds Things podcast. Check them out today. As well as we come to green. Martinsville Speedway is green once again here on Extreme Simmer TV.
Green flag.
Well, they kind of had a slow start there, AJ.
They very much did, and it looks like the Tony Edwards in the 118 gives up the spot. He was going to have the run coming out of turn 2, but I think he was worried about jumping it, so...
Yeah, right now...
Which is exactly what he says on the...
Oh, trouble! Tucker
trouble.
and Edwards. Ripperoni, Tucker all the way around. Caution on the racetrack. Cautions, a breed of cautions. And Brad Edwards is getting beaten around here tonight. He's not going to be a happy camper. Oof. And there is the reason for Yellow Tucker finally losing that car after the contact. Round backwards, and now his front end missing. Now let's take one more look at this, AJ, as we see that.
They were side by side the whole time, and I think the 18 might have not have heard his spotter or something and just moved right up.
Now, Brad Edwards came in 23 points to the good. So as long as he doesn't have some sort of calamity here in the stage and the end of the race, he should be okay. But man, his road to the round of 8 has not been easy here tonight.
No, it is not. And he's had a lot of issues tonight. Hopefully, for his sake, that he can bounce back to finish well in this stage and in stage 3 for the race final.
Yeah, hopefully so as they continue. But man, oh man, it has been a rough going here tonight so far at Martinsville. As we ran 76 of 200 laps here tonight. Kind of what I expected here at Martinsville, beating and banging. This time-wise might be one of the longer races for them all year.
Yeah, we're 40 minutes into, well, we're about 38 minutes into going green, but we're only 77 laps in. Under green, they do about 19 to 20 seconds a lap, so I'm really curious if we keep pace like this, if they finish all 200 laps.
It's going to be interesting. It may be a little close. As we continue to work through all this. So again, 77 to 200 complete. And hopefully we'll get a crank it up in here for long, AJ. Every time I go to do it, we get a slowdown. It goes from being a crank it up to a slow way down. And again, since we're in the night of giving shout outs to podcasts, right, AJ? We got the Pony Podcast. We got your podcast. I'm going to do one more freebie shout out for a podcast. If you're new getting into dirt racing like myself, go check out the Dirt Nerds Podcast, guys. Great little podcast on dirt racing. And then you can go down the rabbit hole like myself on dirt racing after that. Because that's kind of what got this started. You know how you just randomly look on iTunes, AJ? Or Spotify for random shows to watch? Because, of course, I'd already watched the most recent Nerds Doing Nerds Things show. That always comes first. Well, then I ended up watching some Dirt Nerds. Very good show as well. But you're number one. Don't forget that, buddy.
I'm your number one nerd.
Well, depending on what the Dirt Nerds are. If they're talking about Eldora, we might have a problem.
And the pace car is hitting pit road. And they are in the control of Blake Loven right now. Let's see if Tony Edwards can now pass him coming out of turn 2.
Here we go. Green flag is back in the air. 80 of 200 complete. And right now, Blake Lotham on the bottom. Outside Tony Edwards there. He'll drop to the bottom. Here comes Frankie Barroso trying to fill the gap. Can't do it into 3. Lotham back out front. Edwards in second. Smith and Twitty in the top 5 as well. Man, Twitty still continuing to have a really good run here tonight. What's up, buddy?
Listening to the race audio, our in-race reporter, the 48 of Brandon Ward, is saying there is no way I'm getting outpaced by a modified right now.
82 at 200 complete. Brandon, buddy, I think right now you're getting outpaced by a Legends car, my friend. You got to pick it up. He ran a 21 flat on 2 last time by, about 2.5 seconds off the pace.
Oof.
See, if I was a good friend of Mr. Ward, I would go help him at Martinsville and show him what to do. But no, I just pick fun at him. And yes, Brandon, we love you, buddy. We just rubbed the pick on you. We love having Brandon.
He makes it easy.
You said it, I didn't.
Hey, we also have a heck of a battle for the lead right now. Tony Edwards is all over the back bumper of that 59 of Blake's Lothan's car. And it looks like he's going to try to go the outside. He got really squirrely going into turn 3 there.
Yeah, he did. He got really, really loose. 85 on the board. He got to him, but that getting loose cost you some time. Now you got to crawl your way back to him. 85 of 200 complete here tonight at Martinsville Raceway. Round number 12 of 15 here tonight. And again, this is the final round of the round of 12, AJ. As you look back through the field, we're going to try to find Brandon Ward actually gaining ground on Jeffrey. He might have a pass for position there, AJ.
Looks like it.
He'll drop to the bottom. Oh, can he get there? Jeffrey going to go way wide. Battle for 11th right now with Brandon Ward and Jeffrey right there. Double file. Brandon Ward going to pick up P11. Right behind him.
And he also made room for the 7 to get by the 22 as well.
Yeah, that modified's still chasing him down behind him. He's going to see modifieds in his nightmares.
I'd be worried if it was Teddy Christopher, though.
Yeah, me too. As they continue to run 89 on the board here tonight. Blake Lotham out in front of Tony Edwards. 89 on the board this time by, folks, as we close in on halfway at Martinsville here tonight in round number 12, the NDNT 200 at Martinsville.
Hey, at least you could say it right.
That's a positive, right? 90 on the board here tonight. I tell you what, we're going to be able to talk about a lot more short track racing with that short track truck series, along with super late models that are coming up here in the very near future.
Matt, I got an idea, pal.
What's your idea?
9 laps to go before the end of the stage, and we've been wanting to do it all race. Why don't we throw it to a crank it up right now?
All right, folks, let's crank it up here at Martinsville. And we're back here at Martinsville Raceway, 95 of 100 complete. 5 to go in stage 2, AJ.
Yeah, and Blake Lothan, the 59 car, is showing the way once again. He was the winner of stage 1, and looks like he is the favorite if there's no caution or he doesn't wreck to win stage 2.
Man, just making that case for him to be in the playoffs even better.
It's working very well for him. He was only 1 point to the good.
Here at Martinsville. Matt right there, one car in the wall. That's the 41. He'll keep it rolling. Frankie Barroso running 5th right now with Thomas Meeks in 6th.
Yeah. Hell, just looking at 3rd, Matthew Smith in the 35 is 5.5 seconds back from the leader. He is, Blake Lothan is in a class of his own right now.
Yeah, Blake is in outer space. He is currently doing a spacewalk on the International Space Station compared to everyone else, as they continue to run down the back straightaway this time by here tonight into turn number 4. Blake Lothan leads here at Martinsville, and he's looking to get stage number 2 in the books. Tony Edwards in 2nd, Matthew Smith in 3rd, Travis Twitty in 4th, Frankie Barroso in 5th. No real battles around the racetrack at this point in time. Coming to the end of the stage, AJ.
No, but Tony Edwards at 118 is making a case for himself, along with Travis Twitty. You know, they both needed to gain points, and they both are doing a really good job at getting points.
As the stage comes to an end here at Martinsville, let's take a look at where they line up. Blake Lothan going to get the win in stage 2. Tony Edwards is 2nd, Smith 3rd, Travis Twitty 4th in stage number 2, Frankie Barroso in 5th, Thomas Meeks in 6th, Matt Opplinger there in 7th, Steve Tucker in 8th, Anthony Williams in 9th, Josh A. King in 10th, Brett Edwards comes on 11th, Jeffrey Sickles 12th, Charles Balance 13th, Brandon Ward 14th, and P15 at the end of stage 2 on pit road is Brian Crocker. So there we go, the end of the stage, AJ. And they will head down pit road. What do you say we look at our race statistics for tonight so far? After 2 stages,
let's do it.
We have had 8 yellows for a total of 37 laps here this evening. 4 lead changes. Average lap time is going to be at 20.170. Fastest lap of the race, that's going to be 19.591, with the fastest speed gained of the night, 90.2 miles an hour. That's what AJ was doing on the phone, talking 90 miles an hour.
All right, Matt. Well, we've done 102 laps. What are your thoughts, dude?
I hate to say normal Martinsville, but normal Martinsville. Beating and banging, some great racing. One of the best tracks on the schedule for every league that I've ever covered. It always performs. And you take a look, Twitty, with the running he's had up there inside that top 5, it's going to be a battle here at the bitter end between him and Tony Edwards.
All right, let's try this again. Blake, you got us, pal.
Yes, sir.
Hey, wow. Well, happy to talk to you. Happy you won another stage so we can get talking to you. Congratulations on winning stage 1 and 2 in pretty, I'm not going to say dominating fashion, but you won stage 2 with about 2 seconds on the car behind you.
Yeah, thank you. Tony made a mistake there at the end, but I'll definitely take it. We need the playoff points tonight.
Yeah, you do. Now, I'll tell you what, Blake, you're doing a really good job. But the way you drive the car versus some of the other drivers here, do you feel like you drive it in a little bit deeper at all, or do you think you take it a little bit more easy?
I take it, personally, I think I take it really easy into the core, and then I maximize my corner X and try and get to the throttle faster than everyone else and try to carry the momentum down the straightaway.
Yeah, you're more like me. Now, some drivers like to do it the opposite, right? They like to drive in really deep, hard on the brakes, all that. But I agree with you. I feel like that uses up too much tire doing it that way.
Yeah, that's how I think of it. That's what I was also taught in real life from late model racing. That's how I learned it. Just smooth in and then try to get to the throttle as soon as possible and carry the momentum down the straightaway.
Yep, 10-4, man. Well, you're getting ready to go back green.
Gotcha. Thank you, guys.
All right,
Hey, have a good stage 3.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Poor AJ sitting here like, I wanted to talk.
mean, I did have a question for him, but it's fine. If he wins the race, I'll ask him there.
Yeah, right? You know me and my jabberjaws. Here we go, coming to green. Green is out.
Oh, Tony Edwards has a good launch, but it looks like he's going to let the 59 go and then tuck right in behind him.
There we go. Right back single file. 106 on the board. Man, we got a gaggle of cars.
We're single file right now through the top 5.
Well, back here around 8th, 9th, 10th, some of these cars back here, Brett Edwards, Matt, we got a little bit of a gaggle going on here. So they're starting to get it sorted out here. That's Josh King up top on the 7 as well. King up high in the 7 machine. Lothan continues to lead. Well, Mr. Capola, what's your thoughts so far here at Martinsville, my man?
Well, we've had 8 cautions for a total of, I think, like 35 laps. Other than that, you know, we've had a lot of battles outside of... Ooh, I'm in car with Blake Lothan right now, and boy, he got squirrely coming out of 4. But other than that, it's been pretty smooth when we've had greens. You've had a battle here, and then the outside has worked a lot more than I thought it would. But I'm watching Blake's in-car right now, and he is very smooth. You can hear the gas, you can hear the brake, and he's just running his race almost a second ahead of the 118.
Yeah, and that's what you would expect, right? A late model driver. They run a lot of short track racing. You would expect them to come perform and get us out here at a place like Martinsville.
That looks like our friend Steve Tucker.
Well, Ripperoni, let's go take a look. His race has not went the way he has wanted. He gets alongside.
No, it has not.
Just gets loose. Oh, and King just pile drove him.
That's not good for Josh King. He needs to keep getting points.
He's
one of the people that were really close at being in danger.
Yeah, that was a little bit of arc of brake, in my opinion. A little late on the brakes for King. I mean, it's hard to react, but you got to get on the brakes. You know, save this car here at a place like Martinsville. So you're 113 laps in, AJ. What do you think on this next restart? Do you think we'll end up getting a longer run here?
I think we will. I think it was really just fresh tires right there, and it looks like Steve Tucker is using his fast repair for the first time tonight.
He's going to take that fast repair. He's still got a long way to go. And again, here tonight, 200 laps is only out, like 100 miles here at Martinsville, but... again, you got to be so careful with what you do here. It's a half-mile racetrack. Man, oh man, it's going to be a heck of a showdown.
Yep, he is going to be coming all the way from P14.
Yeah,
he's got a brand new looking race car.
He's got a brand new Manchester Music Mill Aero Designs machine. Out front, though, is Mr. Blake Lothan. So, you know, we're doing a podcast tomorrow evening, right? Well, apparently when our podcast is over tomorrow evening, I'm getting with a friend of mine and I'm going straight to a dirt track for Saturday day, and then I'll be back here Saturday night. So that'll be fun. We'll watch some dirt racing. I got the text message, you want to go? I'm like, are you kidding me? Of course I want to go. Me go to a racetrack? Of course. Blake Lothan and Tony Edwards and Matthew Smith. So the girlfriend earlier today told me, she goes, you should never consider marrying me. You should consider marrying a race car. You know, I don't know if it's legal, but, you know, if I could. You're not even going to touch that with a 20-foot pole, are you, buddy?
No, I'm smart enough not to. Well, we're getting lined up once again.
what you're
Getting
saying
ready
is
to go green.
what you're saying is being around me has forced you to be smarter.
No. I wouldn't call watching my words being smart.
Here comes Tony Edwards, Blake Lotham on the top side, coming to green once again.
Green.
And green in the air, they're going to start spinning. Ew, a little bit of wheel spin there for the 59 on that restart, AJ.
Yeah. Oh, really close. Looks like the 118 might have a nice launch coming out of 2, but the 59 is holding even.
I tell you what, you can't.
Oh, little door slam there.
Hello, goodbye. You can't put a paper hair between these two cars right now.
That 100% was not intentional, but the 118 was crowding the 59.
Well, I tell you what, sometimes you just got to give them a little hip check, move them over. Be
Yep.
like, scooch over, bud. Coming through. It's kind of like trying to lay in bed with somebody. Sometimes you just got to take the cover away from them. Be like, give it back. And as they continue to run right now, look to the back bumper is that 118. Now, I wonder if he's going to give a receipt if he can get on the bumper to 59 here.
Who knows if they slow down any longer? That 29 of Travis Twitty is going to be battling for first, second.
Tony Edwards missed his braking point down in 1, really went way high. That allowed Blake to kind of open the gap back up.
Yeah, he really did.
And how crazy would it be if Twitty got the win here tonight? Think about it.
That would probably lock him in. It would definitely lock him in and push somebody right out.
He would go from being on the bubble to locked in. I mean, because at this point, we know how it started, but with the stages the way they are, you know, it's going to be interesting how the math works out. Oh, right
yeah,
now.
you and I don't attempt to do the math.
Nope, not in this situation. 121 on the board. However, I actually got a solution being worked on for that, by the way. It's going to take it a bit to be ready. I had a friend of mine that's an accountant say, hey, you know, we can put these numbers in a spreadsheet and it'll automatically update for you. And I'm like, really? Show me.
So we're 23 laps in. What are your thoughts on the race so far, pal?
Man, I'm enjoying it as always. You know me, I'm a short track nerd. Maybe that's a new podcast, but I'm just enjoying the short track racing here as always, as I do. But it's fun to me to see the way the guys are handling their racing lines differently. Some guys driving in deep, some guys driving in pretty shallow, to be honest, and taking care of that rear tire.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see if we get a long run here. What drivers burnt up all their tires and what drivers took it easy and now are coming through the field.
Well, here's the thing, AJ, and this is what confuses people. We talk about front tires all the time everywhere else, right?
Yep.
At Martinsville, you're talking about the opposite. You're talking about your rears. And those are the harder ones to save, because if you light them bad boys up one time and make them mad, it just takes lighting them up once, and you never get that grip back in them. It's such a weird phenomenon. You know, and I think that's what sets really good short track racers apart. And really they can perform. You take a lot of short track drivers to these big speedways and they kind of suck, like myself. You put us on a short track, it's a whole nother ball game.
Well, they've always said short tracks are the ultimate equalizer.
Right now, Tony Edwards, Travis Flitty, and Matthew Smith up there in the top 4, 128 laps into this race. And the poor cat's getting dizzy from watching the race. She's about to fall over. Brett Edwards right there as well. Had to play catch the kitty. 128 on the board.
I played catch the kitty all the way through high school.
Well, buddy, did you have any luck?
Nope. Never did. But for everybody watching, this is Extreme Sim TV's broadcast of the Apex Racing Cup Series presented by Wheels America. We are at Martinsville Speedway for the Nerds Doing Nerd Things 200. Right now, you have the 59 of Blake Lothan leading, the 118 of Tony Edwards about 2/10 behind him, and pretty much everybody behind that: Travis Twitty, Matthew Smith, Frankie Barroso, Brett Edwards, Steve Tucker, Thomas Mills, Jeffrey Sickles, and Josh A. King round out the top 10. Speaking of the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast, that is my podcast. We talk about all things nerdy. DC, Marvel, Harry Potter, Disney. If you're into it, check us out. We're on Spotify, Google Podcast, iHeartRadio. Please check us out. We're trying to have fun here, but tomorrow we have our second week of Nerdmas Gremlins, 1984's very fun Gremlins movie. But back to the race. Matt, looks like Blake Lothan is pulling away from the 118.
Yeah, he is a little bit. Now, I know you kind of gave an update the other day on your release schedule. Due to some things happening, your release schedule is a little bit different, right?
No,
So-
we were actually a week ahead.
Oh, okay. All right.
So tomorrow is Gremlins. We'll find a way to do next Friday to be Krampus, the scary movie.
And get caught back up.
Yeah, well, we
well,
always
I'm-
try to stay a week ahead.
There we go. As we take a look there, Matthew Smith in the line with Frankie Barroso. They're in second. Steve Tucker, they're in sixth. Brett Edwards in seventh. In this line, 138 of 200, or 135, completed 200 here tonight. Coming down to getting closer and closer to the last 50 laps here tonight, AJ. Things are going to start to tighten up as we move forward.
It's very much going to start tightening up.
Getting down to go time, as they say in the businesses. Some people say right now it is go time. And Frankie Barnesgo holding off right now. Steve Tucker. Steve, of course, took that fast repair, and he is all over the rear bumper of the 12 machine. He's going to be underneath that Texas Family Racing MK2 Aero machine. Easy does it. Man, this is going to be a good little battle here, but I'll tell you what, Tucker going to get trapped behind Matthew Smith as they continue to run. Ooh, 3 wide there.
59 car got into the wall going into turn 1.
Alrighty, Mr. AJ Capola, I'm going to put the camera on this little battle for you. I'm going to step away for about, 35 seconds, and it's going to be your show for about 35 seconds, buddy.
Oh no. All right, let's do it, everybody. I am captain now. But it looks like right now Blake is actually losing a bit of rear tire. He's getting squirrely coming out of the turns, and that has brought Tony Edwards right back to him. Looking through the field right now, it looks like we have a battle for Brett Edwards, Travis Twitty. Travis Twitty has actually fallen back quite a bit. He was sitting third for a while. And hey, on that last caution for the stage, Steve Tucker did get a fast repair, and he is up to third place. Granted, he is 6 seconds back. He's up to third place. Travis Twitty needs to minimize the damage right now. He needs as many points as possible. I'm currently watching the 18 of Brett Edwards make laps around Martinsville Speedway. Kind of nobody around him at the moment. Our nearest battle is actually for... actually, that's not a battle. That is the 24 car going around the 41. That is not for position. So everybody, like I said before, this is Extreme Sim TV. If you have not yet, subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button. We have the full chat open to you tonight. How you guys doing? Who you rooting for? Let's get the chat popping. Steve Tucker is actually pulling in the leaders by about 1/10 a lap. So, He might get there. He might make a mistake. Everything changes if there's another caution coming out. 48 hard into the wall coming out of turn 2. I don't know if you guys saw that on your end. Looks like Matt has the 35 car being shown on his.
Caution, yellow flag.
Caution's out. Caution is out. Let's see who it is. It is, looks like the 22 car of Jeffrey Sickle. Ooh, his car is messed up. The whole front end is caved completely in. He is moving, but I would not be surprised if there's some engine damage, definitely radiator damage. I think everybody's gonna come down, grab 4 tires, and probably get ready to re-rack them and get going again. Let's see. We have the leader on pit road. We have Tony Edwards, Steve Tucker, Matthew Smith, Brett Edwards, Travis Twitty, Frankie Barrasso, Thomas Meeks, Anthony Williams, Matt Opplinger, all on pit road right now.
Alrighty, buddy. Thank you for filling in.
Yeah, you're good.
The kitty required my attention.
Meow, 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 meow.
No, you know how we got the bump code for Martinsville, right? 1 bump, 2 bumps. She's got the paw code. The first paw is, hey. The second paw is, hey, hey. The third paw is, get up and get over here right now. I got the third paw. I'm like, what do you want? Her water was just a little bit not ice cold anymore. And she was, hey, Jack, go get me water. I've gotten her spoiled with ice cold water. That's my bad. What am I talking about? She's spoiled all the way around, folks. And of course, everyone, if you want to keep up to date with the Chloe the Kitty, she is on the Facebook page as well. She made her appearance the other day at the vet, a matter of fact, on the page. I don't know if AJ saw that post.
Oh, I did.
Just sitting there like, why is it on the page? 149 on the board of 200 here tonight. Oh, and AJ, we worked out a payment arrangement with Chloe the cat for broadcasting. It's 1 catnip toy for every broadcast she does. And because she don't do many broadcasts, I don't have to worry about buying many catnip toys, see? We're going to get ready to go here once again with Blake Lothan out in front. Blake has pretty much been I don't want to say dominant, but that's pretty much what he's been doing all night. Picking them up and laying them down each and every lap. As we come up on the last 50 lap dash. Because as you know at Martinsville, AJ, the last 50 laps is always the dash with that one possible green, white, checkered attempt.
Yeah, we got 50 laps to go. We've seen it a couple times where they have to use the green, white, checkered, but I think this was our 9th or 10th caution tonight. But pace car hits pit road. Blake and Steve Tucker on the front row. Yep, that's Steve Tucker. And they are
Green flag.
green.
Good restart across the board for the field into turn 1. Ooh, a little tight there between Twitty and Smith, AJ. Great racing all the way around. 151 on the board of 200 here tonight. 152 this time by. So, Mr. Coppola, what do you expect to see here over the remaining 50 laps in this race?
Very, very, very hard racing. There's 48 laps to go, and there are people that are going to get eliminated tonight.
Yeah, man, if you're on that bubble, you're going to start breaking it out and going for it, right? You're going to start getting after it, trying to get it done. The best way to guarantee yourself is to go win this race. You see Travis Twitty. That is the machine on your screen. He came in tied in points with Mr. Tony Edwards in that battle. So right now, he is ahead of Tony by a couple of spots. But of course, you got to factor in the stage points, AJ.
You 100% need to factor in the stage points. We're going to try to get the points up as soon as possible after the race, but they can be very...
battle for the lead. Sorry to cut you off there, but Steve making
that's kind of why I froze there.
Late dive. Great job by Steve, new race leader. Give it to Steve Tucker in the 24. Steve Tucker leads it out there in front. Tucker on board at number 24. Manchester Music Mill Machine leading here at Martinsville. And again, I'm curious to wonder how much information they can get here for the championship race at New Hampshire. Another relatively flat track. Pretty much a bigger Martinsville. Over there in New Hampshire. Ooh, Blake gonna get back to the bottom, AJ. To the inside he goes. And he'll get clear. Look at that. Wow, so Blake Lotham immediately taking the lead back here. 7 lead changes throughout the night, AJ. And we continue to rock and roll right now. And again, folks, you're watching Extreme Sim TV's coverage of the Apex Racing Cup Series presented by Wheels America in the Nerds Doing Nerds Things podcast. 125 here tonight at Martinsville. It is round number 12 of 15 this year that we have ran, and what a season it has been so far. And this season is drawing to a close here in 3 more rounds, AJ.
Yeah, this season has gone by really fast, and we got a spinner. The 18 has spun around coming out of turn 4. Looks like no caution yet.
No yellow yet. That's Brett Edwards, and he is hung up on the curbing. That car is stuck in a very precarious position. Surprised that iRacing is not to a yellow as of yet, and he is probably on the radio screaming for a yellow.
He's not. He's just stuck. I'm wondering if somebody's going to clip him as they go by. Might unlatch him, but could also be a lot of damage.
He's going to tow that car. He's in a very, very precarious spot out over here in Catastrophe Corner. Oh, Smith getting also close. He's going to have to tow that car. You're not getting unstuck.
What's really sucky about this is I think he was... I'm looking at points. He was 23 to the good before the race, and he's losing laps hand over fist right now.
Yeah.
Oh, Josh King also backed out. He manually disconnected. He was somebody who was 8 points to the good.
Wow.
He might be in trouble now.
Well, and we're going to change the camera here, but he is still stuck. And the only reason that he is not... Do you think he's kind of protesting this a little bit by not towing the car at this point?
He might.
I always say that.
He just towed.
Yeah, there he goes. He finally towed. That is unfortunate. And the problem is that he waited. I understand you got a tow time, but he waited so long to tow, it only made the problem worse at that point.
Yeah, 100%. He's probably going to be down
7. He's 6.
15 laps.
He's 6 down right now, and he's still got a tow, so probably by the time he's done, probably within that 15 lap range. So he is going to be 13th. King going to be 14th. Be interesting. Did they have enough in the bank to save to hang on?
I have no clue. I know he picked up stage points at least one of the stages, but it's going to be very close, I think. If anything, he might make it by 5 points.
I think King's done for.
Yes, so do I.
Now, as far as Edwards, Brett there, he may be all right. And it may be by just a little bit, but I mean, he is ahead of Brandon Ward and Josh King that's backed out. So that is a little bit of a saving grace to this with 170 going on the board this time by. Right now, Blake Lotham ahead of Steve Tucker. Nose to tail down the front straightaway once again. $170 at 200 complete, 30 to go at Martinsville, AJ.
We have Jeremy Edwards in the chat said if that was Tucker stuck in the wall, there wouldn't have been a caution thrown. And I don't want to throw shade like that, but, you know, I'm hoping there's no favoritism done like that.
I mean, that's Jeremy's opinion on it. I mean, it was a tricky situation. The car is stuck right there. You know, that could have been really bad for a bunch of drivers.
Yeah, and iRacing, they've said iRacing throws the cautions. It's just, you know, even if the caution is thrown, he's still going to have to tow.
Yeah, again, waiting to tow probably didn't help the situation for sure. And so right now, as they continue to run at the moment, Blake Lotham, Steve Tucker, Matthew Smith, and Tony Edwards up there in the top four. I cannot wait till the day iRacing gets stages in it to where we can have a ticker that tells us, whoa, real time what's going on. That'd be great. 'Cause right now, it's a lot of guessing. 174, 200 complete. Blake Lotham out front. Leading the way here, Steve Tucker running second right now. 175 on the board, 25 to go at Martinsville. It's definitely going to be an interesting end to this one here tonight at Martinsville, AJ. With everything, we've seen a little bit of everything here tonight.
We have, and, you know, Steve Tucker is within striking distance. It's just that 59 car has been very dominant all race tonight.
Yeah, and I think for both of us, we both didn't want to see, or we don't want to see a yellow come out at this point, right?
I mean, it might bunch everybody back up, which might add to a better finish.
Right.
But honestly, who knows what's going to happen in the last 23 laps.
You see Meeks right there with Frankie Barroso. Great little battle on track between those few drivers. They're doing a great job. Right behind Travis Twitty in the top five. Travis Twitty has done exactly what he needed to do here tonight, in my opinion. Just keeping everything calm. Calm, cool, and collected. In my opinion, as you see Williams back there diving down the line a little bit, gets it gathered back up. Lotham with an 0.8 of a second lead. Tony Edwards in fourth, trying to close in on that third place, AJ.
Yeah, Travis Twitty is bouncing back from where he was at the beginning of this run. You know, he's sitting P5 at the moment.
Tony Edwards right there doing a great job. He'll set right behind Matthew Smith in what is now a battle for third, AJ, between these two drivers coming to 20 to go.
Yep, Tony Edwards and Matthew Smith, they are really close together right now.
Almost bumper to bumper here. Lotham up by 0.8 of a second. You're watching the battle for third on track between Edwards and Smith.
Ooh, Edwards is to the inside. The 35 hard into the wall.
And
little tail slap.
Yeah, a little tail wagging. Not the good kind either. That was more of a, that hurt kind. Lotham out front, hanging on. Matt Oppinger right there with Jeffrey Sickles in the 22, a little bit behind him. The 41, Charles Ballant, still out there running in 11th right now. And Brett Edwards is back on track, AJ. And total laps down is 8 to the 11th place car, which would make him 10 to that laps down to the leader. So, not a good night for Brett.
No, it is not.
Lothan, though, continuing to lead here tonight with 17 laps to go. As they continue to run. Fighting their way through here. 15 laps to go here tonight. On board is Blake Lothan out in front. Everyone else there as well. On board with Blake Lothan, doing everything he can to lead the way here with 15 laps to go.
Yeah, he's keeping Steve Tucker at about 6/10 back. There hasn't been much gain or loss to that. Our biggest fight right now is for 5th.
Yeah.
Travis Twitty and Frankie Barroso.
Yeah, and that battle right now, you see it just a couple of car lengths
And you
off
have
one
Thomas
another.
Meeks right behind Frankie.
And we've got a little bit of accordion effect going on here. Travis starting to back up to Frankie. Frankie starting to back up to Meeks. Meeks starting to back up to Matt. So might have a little bit of a 3, 4, 5 car battle by the time this thing's over. And there is a pass there. Matt Oppinger getting around Thomas Meeks. That battle for 8th right now. Meeks going to battle back on the top side through 3 and 4 with 13 to go. And again, folks, this race will end, and as soon as we have an official announcement with who made what where, we will pass it along to you at home. Again, it usually takes a while for everything to get added up. There is the 24 machine, 3 wide. That's Steve Tucker. Steve Tucker trying to get to Lothan there as they worked around lap traffic. AJ, he got to him. Here we go. Blake got held up in the lap traffic just a little bit, AJ.
Yeah, just a little bit. And it gave the lead all up.
10 laps to go. Final 10 here at Martinsville. As they come off of turn number 2. Tons of lap traffic in front of that Blake Lothan number 59 machine. In front of Steve Tucker. Again, look at Frankie Barroso. All these drivers just in front of them, AJ. That they're going to have to negotiate through the final 9 laps. Oh, maybe a little bit of contact there, AJ.
Looked like just a little bit.
Oh, Meeks hard in the inside wall. He'll get down the racetrack or down pit road out of the way. Coming to 8 to go. If Lothan can get by Frankie and get by Twitty, I think he'll be all right. But think about this. He's about to put all the way up to 5th, 1 lap down, AJ.
Yeah, that's crazy.
8 to go. But if he gets hung up behind Frankie, and they're not going to just, oh, Tucker out of shape. Well, that might have gave it away for Tucker right there.
Yeah, I would think so.
2 wide just in front of him. Lothan trying to clear traffic. Hard on to the bottom. 6 to go. So Lothan pulling back away once again. Tony Edwards, Matthew Smith, and Frankie Barroso right there as well. Man, what a night of racing we have seen. Just a crazy night with Blake out front. And now look at Smith. Look at Tucker trying to get through traffic here with Tony Edwards closing in, AJ.
Yeah, none of that was for position there, but I think Tucker just wanted Twitty to just get out of the way there.
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate, but Twitty's got as much right to the racetrack as the lead lap car does, so that's kind of the thing at Martinsville. You start getting held up, start having to move guys out of the way. And update
Hey,
on
Matt.
Update
Why
on.
does your overlay say 3 to go when they still have 10 laps to go? Never mind, I'm an idiot. I'll shut up now.
What happened?
I was clicked on somebody laps down.
Rip. 3 to go this time by.
It's not the only time that's happened.
Blake Lothan out in front, Steve Tucker in second. 199 on the board, 2 laps to go. Lothan pulling away. Tony Edwards just behind him. Tucker right now. The battle for second kind of heating up. What do you think? You think Tony can get to the 24 here?
The battle for second is not heating up. They're about 4 seconds apart. That's the wrong Edwards.
Oh, that's the wrong Edwards. But a little bump there from the 18. Well then. Checkered flag this time by Blake Lothan. Gonna get the win in the NDNT 200. Steve Tucker second. Tony Edwards will come home third. Smith will get fourth. And Frankie Barroso, assuming he comes around, will get into the top 5 here tonight, AJ. But what a run for Blake Lothan.
Yeah, it was a hell of a drive. Winning both stages and the race. I think he maxed out his points tonight.
What a job here to end out the round of 8 for Blake Lothan. Here tonight, he's going to burn it down on the front straightaway. 173 laps land for that machine. Pretty much domination.
All right, let's see if we can get a word with our race winner here.
All right. And he'll celebrate this win on the front straightaway.
Blake, you got a copy?
Hey, Blake, buddy, you got us?
We know you're burning it down pretty good on the front stretch over there.
I love this cool slow motion shot of a burnout.
Well, let's keep Blake here, but let's talk to our second place driver.
All right, let's talk to Steve Tucker. See what he has to say here after coming home second.
Steve, you got a copy?
I do.
All right, dude. How'd the race go, pal? It looked like we thought you were gonna have something for the 59 right there, but it looked like some lap cars and you getting a little squirrely had kind of squashed that.
It's man, that was just a hell of a race all around. I mean, my race was up and down, left and right, and all over the place. But overall, I mean, a good, solid P2 finish for the Manchester Music Mill Chevy. Nobody had anything for Blake today. Blake was definitely ahead of the field. Yeah, I mean, pretty good. I mean, it's unfortunate. I'm coming to learn now that I guess Brent during that there were like 4 laps where he was like on the grass. I think in turn 3 and 4, and yep. I didn't know what was going on there. But as we've mentioned before in this league, and for the viewers out there, there's a couple of haters in the chat, and I mean that's completely fine. But at the end of the day, we've never thrown a manual caution in this league. And if somebody wants to challenge that, I would love for them to name the time and date that we did that. But secondly, it's just unfortunately one of those rules that we do in this league, that we only throw cautions for stages, and then iRacing throws the cautions. Obviously it sucks that he was stuck. I'm coming to find out now. I didn't hear Brent over the radio if he in fact did say that. I'm over here trying to battle Blake for the win at that point. So my head wasn't really, in the moment, I guess, in that. So I do apologize for that, and to Brent for getting stuck if that was the case. I'll also look back at the replay and just all the other incidents here, but yeah, I mean, I know it's a controversial thing that we do. We don't throw manual cautions for incidents. Indianapolis is a great example of that. But again, I mean, we've never thrown manual cautions in this league. We did throw one at Indy on accident because we hit the hotkey. But yeah, I mean, you know, overall, people are going to agree. People are going to argue. People are going to, you know, whatever. You know, everyone has haters. Everyone has people who have differing opinions, and that's completely fine. I mean, I respect the people who are saying, you know, that you know, they would have. I would have thrown the caution if it was me. No, I wouldn't have, because I understand that it's you know, we don't throw cautions for iRacing. I would have backed out and you know, gone back into the pits and done all that. So
make sure his audio's up.
no, I'm good. I don't know if anything was cut off or not, but no, it's just a great race by Blake, and I don't know if I was muted on the stream or whatever, but no, just to summarize, you know, that little incident where Brett was stuck on the grass sideways in like turn 3 and 4, I wasn't aware of it. I mean, I saw it obviously because I was battling Blake like crazy for the lead. But I didn't know what was going on there. I didn't know if he was stuck. I didn't know if that was, you know, I don't know what it was. But again, just to summarize real quick, we don't throw yellows, manual yellows for incidents. We decided that early on in the season. It's the most unbiased thing to do, because if I throw a yellow for one driver, and if I don't for the other, then people are going to have an issue with that, or people are going to think I'm playing favorites. And the best way to remove that completely is to just let iRacing throw it. I know it's crazy frustrating, and trust me, I want to throw yellows. I would love to throw manual yellows. I'm all for that. But until we find out an unbiased way of doing that, then that's what we got to do right now. It's a tough decision. I get people are pissed. I'm sure people have left the league because of that, or the incidents or whatnot. But at the same time, for the ones who left, or for the ones who are complaining, I say this publicly, that if you want help, if you want the league to grow, if you want a better situations like this, then I'm always open to feedback. I always involve my league and the drivers in a conversation or polls or things like that to make us better. And drivers are going to leave and drivers are going to come and go. That's fine. That happens in every league. But right now we're trying to build something really great, and season 2, just a shameless plug, is going to be incredible. So now is the time to work out the issues. And if there are issues and people do want to bring them up to me, please, absolutely bring them up to me. I would love the feedback. But typically in my experience, the ones who have left the league have offered me no advice or no help or no assistance. So, you know, while I wish the best for them in their future league endeavors, you know, it's hard to miss them, you know, because they offer no help or no solace. So it's tough, man. I don't have an issue with anybody. I appreciate everybody who's built this league into something great. And when I see incidents like this, I mean, you know, again, as a league owner, we come under, I guess, scrutiny or whatnot. But I don't know, man. I'm a league, you know, by the people and for the people. So that's what I got to say.
All right. So, Matt, did it pick up any of the interview we had with Blake?
I believe no, it did not. So we'll redo Blake.
All right. Well, take 2. Click. Blake, we didn't really get to finish our. I'm really saying this verbatim from before. Son of a bitch. Blake, we tried talking after stage 1. We talked a little bit after stage 2. Apparently, you didn't get enough of us, so you went out and won the race. How'd you think you did tonight? You kind of dominated, but there was a couple moments where it could have been taken away. What are your thoughts on tonight's race?
Yeah, there's definitely a few things I could have cleaned up on. I lost it pretty much coming off of 4 down the front stretch. One time almost jumped the car. So that's definitely one thing I could work on. My launch, I almost missed a shift. I did miss a shift on the initial green flag. Messed up on that. After that, I cleaned everything up. But definitely there's some things I could have worked on. Didn't have all-out pace I wanted. I struggled in the middle of the corner. Got a really good drive off, so I kind of just sacrificed middle for drive off. But Stuck with Motorsports, but also a really great car tonight. So great to get in victory lane.
All right, dude. Well, congratulations. You were 1 point to the good, and I'm pretty sure outside of winning the race, winning the 2 stages made it so you were most likely moving on anyway. All right, Matt. Well, what an awesome race tonight.
Yeah,
it was Apex's 12th race of the year out of 15, Martinsville Speedway, and
not 13.
a lot of action.
Not 13, as I said earlier. Oh, yeah, great race tonight. Let's go through our partners really quick here before my internet decides to potato out once again and then me go bye-bye. So, again, thank you to Wheels America, as always, for coming on board this season, making all this happen. Go over to wheelsamerica.com today. Also, thank you to Nerds Doing Nerds Things podcast as well for coming on board to sponsor tonight's event. Again, AJ, you're awesome sauce for that. We do appreciate it. And of course, we love having you on as a channel partner as well, buddy.
All right, thanks. I really appreciate it. Anything I can do to help out, Steve and Apex. I really enjoy the racing, and and commenting it just makes it a lot better. I think we're the race next week as well.
I think so, buddy. Of course, other channel partners include Elite Performance Industries. Get all your setups, coaching, schemes, and apparel over at Elite Performance Industries. And brand new tonight, our brand new channel partner. Big shout out to Track Bar Media for all their help with the intro videos that will be coming up here shortly. With that being said, we're going to get on our little private, well, we don't have a jet. We have more like a little bitty World War II plane. Load our camera equipment up and get on out of Martinsville, buddy.
Yeah. After all the commotion here tonight, might be a good idea to not see Martinsville, especially since I'm absolutely horrible here. So, Matt, for everybody here at Extreme Sim TV and Apex Racing, that is Matt. I'm AJ. We are signing off for tonight.
See you guys in the next video.